Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. During the Namotsava, we were trying to bring some dimension so that the Nama chanting does not slip into a mechanical activity. We have been thinking for the past few days whether we have to improve something. How does the topic gets aligned with Nama chanting? Awaken the divine, sleeping divine consciousness within us. The first Nam. And then Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram starts. How do we align it?
That is easy, no, Swamiji. This particular part, point is easy because internally, mentally, we can be praying Make me aware, make me aware, make me aware of you while we chant.
Anything else?
Yeah.
In Papa's case, he said side by side, which is not possible for us. So there should be one more key, to align this theme. What is the key? Om Shri Ram. Awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 So the chanting goes on. Those who have taken part, everybody has derived some benefit, no doubt about it. Even today we got, but still we thought we should improve something somewhere. Like Papa's, side by side, that is not possible for us because we have trained our mind to chant. That's all. Chant, chant, and chant. So, in between chanting, or before chanting, or after chanting, it might be possible. Even then, we are not fully satisfied.
Swamiji, just
Suppose we bring an example. Example remains an example. How does it connect to the Nami? We'll put it in another way. Nama chanting is to remember the Nami. So how does the Nami is remembered?
that Swamiji, see, suppose we say come. Huh? When we say come, the person who is hearing come automatically knows that we are asking the person to come wherever we are. So the person will move forward to come wherever we are indicating. So that automatically the word and the indication and the meaning is understood. It's implied. So in our chanting, we have not brought the meaning of Ram Nam so intrinsically close to the name that the moment we utter the name, we know that Om stands for the Nirguna Brahma, Sri stands from the Saguna manifest aspect.
No.
Ram is both and beyond both. So then automatically everything will come. No, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram.
We are bringing 28 dimensions.
You mean only those 28?
Nobody is talking about Nirguna, Nirakar, Saguna, Sakar, both and beyond both. Those are not coming in the it has never come in any of the 28. He is with us, he has been with us. What is the example?
I love that.
I think somewhere some fine tuning is necessary. We are how to chant, how to remember the Nami through the example. Nami means whose name? Nami.
The group chanting is the benefit. Group chanting, group chanting.
சரி அதல்ல நம்ம நாமம் சொல்றத எப்படி அந்த நாமியும் நாமாவையும் நம்ம இணைக்கிறோம். Papa said side by side he was bringing that. So how do we do that? Many people are deriving somebody has got something, no doubt. Hammer the truth that he is the master.
The next.
Hammer the truth that he is the master with a master plan for our life. For example, life may appear confusing or unfair, but behind every experience, there is a higher intelligence at work. Nama chanting reminds us again and again, I am not the controller, he is the master. Like a teacher who knows the syllabus, those students do not. Like a navigator guiding a ship through unseen currents. When we read this, and then the Nama chanting starts. How does it get aligned?
I ask a question.
Yeah.
When you say you want to improve,
Hmm?
you want to improve.
Yeah. He's saying, do you want to improve it?
What is it you feel is missing?
He's
That you
asking,
want
what
to
do you
improve?
feel is missing?
Why do you want to improve?
What is the reason for wanting to improve?
We are chanting the name to remember the Nami. So this exercise we are trying to do, by which we become aware of his role in us. I am an individual now. But the individual, only with him I am an individual. Without him I am zero. Technically, logically, intellectually I have understood. So I have to realize it every moment of my life. So the master has given us one method. There are so many methods for this. Here the method is to remember him by chanting his name. So the purpose of chanting his name is to remember him. Okay. So then we are chanting. But over years, it has slipped into mechanical chanting in many cases. I won't say everybody, many cases. So then how to get back? How to pull us back from the mechanical chanting? So that means we must have some dimension while we chant. So that the dimension will over influence, overwhelm while the chanting is going on. So we selected about 28 points. One point is now hammer the truth that he is the master with a master plan with our lives. And then the example also will come, explanation will be there. Life may appear confusing or unfair at times, but behind every experience there is a higher intelligence at work. Nama chanting reminds us again, how can we say that? I am not the controller, he is the master. Like a teacher who knows the syllabus, those students do not. Like a navigator guiding a ship through unseen currents.
சிலப்போ நம்ம ஏதாவது சாதனை வச்சுட்டு மறந்து போய் எங்க வச்சிருக்கோம் தெரியுமான்னு எங்க தெரியாது. நம்ம கொஞ்சம் யோசிச்சு பார்த்துட்டு விடும்போது நம்மளுக்கு டக்குனு இங்க வச்சிருக்கோம் ஞாபகம் வருது. அது மாதிரி நம்ம மறந்துருக்கோம். நம்மளோட ஸ்லீப்பிங் ஒரு மரபு. அது அந்த நாமம் ஜெபிக்கும் போது கனெக்ஷன்.
What did Auntie say?
Just like when we forget something,
And we kept it.
we want to know where we have kept. We have forgotten where we have kept. So when we keep on trying it, we may remember. Similarly, we have forgotten that he is within us. So we are trying. Then how to இதை எப்படி சேர்க்கறது நான் நீங்க சொன்னதுக்கு ஒன்றும் வேண்டாமே, அது மாத்திரம் போருமே. அது மெக்கானிக்கல் ஆகிடுச்சு. ஒன்னே சொல்கிறத அது மெக்கானிக்கல் ஆகிடுன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க, ரைட்டே கொண்டு வரும். So what she said, he is Om stands for Nirguna Nirakar, Free stands for Saguna Sagar, Ram stands for both and beyond both, whose name we are chanting. Suppose we repeat it 3 or 4 times, it becomes mechanical again. It will not go deep into it. We have seen that in the prayer. That is why we thought of having different dimensions. And it should be connected to our daily life. Otherwise, it becomes a compartmental life. Why we say daily life? We have seen many number of people who have no idea about Ramnam chanting, God, anything, but they are leading a perfect life, selfless life. We have seen many. They don't say anything about God, but they are leading. So that God, நம்ம சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, he is with us, he has been with us. Whether we know him or not, whether we recognize him or not, whether we worship him or not, whether we condemn him or not, whether we ignore him or not, whether we deny him or not, he has not left us. He is equal. Samam sarveshu bhudeshu. So even without any thing that we are doing, we have made as a labeled as spiritual practice.
Yes, he's there.
Because he is there, he is revealing it in simple, humble form.
Yes.
There are so many examples. Okay, in Malayalam we have got so many examples today. We went through the 28 wonderful examples, unimaginable people who are doing it. But then there we see only as an individual. One individual has helped another individual. Where does the God come? So what should be added? Everything is okay. One more thing has to be added along with this. Behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily it is he who is behind all creatures and beings. Okay. Behold divinity in every aspect. For that he has asked us to chant the name. How are we seeing the divinity? So what is divinity? What is Nami? You won't get an immediate answer. You have to plumb deep and find out. So that one stage he has now taken. Second stage he has taken in Tiruvannamalai. Now before the third stage, before the Hyderabad experiment comes, we would like to bring out that new dimension along with our already prepared dimension. What is that? They should feel instantly,
The connection.
possible or not. Not in the way in which we have designed, not in the way in which we have defined God or divinity.
The oxygen also. Oxygen கிடைக்கல அந்த கொரோனா டைம்ல கிடைக்காத போது கஷ்டப்பட்டோம்.
ஆமாம்.
இப்போ நார்மலா தினமே நம்ம ஆக்சிஜன் பண்ணிருக்கோமே மூச்சு ஒவ்வொரு மூச்சுலையும்.
சரி.
அப்ப அது எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம அது ஃபீல் பண்றோம் ஒவ்வொரு டைம்.
Once you were telling.
அது எப்படி கனெக்ட் பண்றதுன்னு நாமத்தோட அதெல்லாம் சரியாகும். Oxygen is helpful. Oxygen, we are grateful to oxygen. When you chant, how do you connect?
Swamiji, huh? You were telling about that incident when all Chinmanu Swamiji took all of you to that temple in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. The moment the aarti started, everyone closed their eyes. Then Swamiji asked, "Why did you close your eyes?" Then it's because we feel that indwelling presence, somewhere within us. That means somewhere within each one of us, we are aware that he is deep within us. So that connection is there. We just have to remember it.
We are reading the example.
Yes, Swamiji.
We are chanting.
Yes,
and we are now asking how to combine.
So we just try to remember it that way, Swamiji. That he is there.
We are reading the example,
Oh, that example has to be conveying it.
28 examples are there. So how do we integrate this? Why we brought these examples? Because we have found from our experience, anything one or two when we say that, initially we understand, then it slips into, our prayer is very clear. Everybody must have realized by this time.
Yes, you parroted.
Yeah. Everybody must have realized. Thou who art within and without, below and above and below and all around, thou who art the eye of our eyes, ear of our ear, we should have immediately realized. But for years together we are chanting, nothing had happened. What does it mean? So it means it becomes mechanical, lip level. Beyond that it doesn't go. So how similarly Nama chanting goes on, accepting the sentimental satisfaction or the emotional satisfaction I won't say nobody. Majority of us, God is still a distant reality. By the time we have now reached 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, we must have realized His presence within. So now He is prompting us that you improve your method. Something is becoming clear, the way in which people respond. But still there is one unknown key that we have to find out. Yes.
The first day I was here, we talked about this, that you have to chant, not just chant, but feel it. Feel God while you're chanting the name. So I had this in my thought when I started doing this chanting. But I noticed that during the chanting there for 45 minutes, no one says this.
No one?
No one reminds that you should now let's start chanting and don't forget to chant with the feeling. You just start chanting. So maybe you chant for 45 minutes, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Maybe you could stop after 20 minutes or something and just have a few minutes to someone says something to remind you, or we go inwards together.
He says that when Swamiji told him when he just came that when you start chanting, try to feel that you're chanting his name. So you feel the closeness with God when you chant. So he said he started trying, but when he went to the bhajan hall for 45 minutes Ram Nam chanting, nobody said anything about that. So he said when that chanting starts, before it starts, and in between after 20 minutes or something, if someone reminds that this chanting is to feel his presence, then the chanting for those 20 minutes may become little more intense and stronger.
ठीक है.
I think in music, the cadence, the key, the vocal, it changes as a listener, as a musician. It changes during the information, and it prompts the participant to think. So when you're chanting and you change the tone of the chant, it sets off a personal reaction. We're lowering the scale, we're lowering the tones. And so we have that thought process, for me, makes me think, oh, this is changing, this is real. And so as opposed to being monotone, just a monotone, when you're chanting, I have to listen carefully because you're going up, you're going down, you're going up.
He says that when chanting is done in different, when you go high, then you go low, then automatically it makes the mind think. Whereas we go in a monotone continuously, then the mind may wander. But when it goes, now you have to be conscious, okay, it is going higher up, now it is going lower. So that time automatically the God consciousness comes in.
Yeah, right? And that's musically.
That music leads you into it.
There was a musician yesterday that, was speaking to God directly, and it took effort to listen to that music, but it was so connected to his source. And so I said, "What happened?" He said, God was speaking to me." He said, "It wasn't me, it was God was speaking." And you can tell. I mean, and that, the mind is trying to watch and listen. There's a lot.
Yesterday he's talking about Vishnu Bhatt singing, Swamiji. He said when Vishnu Bhatt was singing yesterday, he felt deeply touched by because it uplifted him. He asked him. Then he said God is singing through him. So he said that you could feel it, right?
I could.
Yeah, he said he could feel it.
Me.
So he said for him, music itself is a means to go Godward.
Yeah, and chanting.
Chanting and everything.
So when you're chanting and the tone.
And the tone itself takes you Godward.
So you should suggest to change it. Or what? I don't know.
No, I don't change it more often because it takes a lot just to. I think it's good.
Swamiji, basically it's a bhavana that you develop just before you start chanting. That actually influences that chanting. That controls and whole chanting.
We have to do some plumbing. Whether it is 11 dimensions or 28 dimensions. What you said is right in the ashram, okay, for an individual. But we are not trying to discuss or trying to find out some more clarity on a program which we have initiated now called Namotsav. There, from morning 9 to evening 5, with 1 hour break. We chant, half an hour gents, half an hour ladies. Before chanting take place, one dimension is brought out. And that will be recorded, that will be played. So they will be rounding, not chanting, hearing this. And after that is over, the chanting starts. So that we thought it will be there in the mind. It might be there in the mind. And then after 15 minutes again, it is reminded. Okay? So that the entire 1 hour chanting gets 2 times the dimension. So that the attention is drawn on the dimension so that it doesn't slip into mechanical exercise. Like that, when we had 28 sessions in Tiruvannamalai. So 28 dimensions were there. It may not be possible to remember all, okay. But then on the second day evening, we send by WhatsApp all these 28 captions to all the participants so that they can verify whether what remains with them, what touches them, what they remember. And the next day, when the recap session, many people remembered many. So that experiment was successful, no doubt. But again, that is we what our aim is some more clarity about the Nami, so that we start moving toward the awareness of the Nami through Nama. Otherwise, this will also become an exercise. A stage should come when even these words are coming because of his presence within. The eyes are looking because he is presence within. Ears are hearing because he is within.
Because of what?
Because of his presence.
Because of his presence. So, along with this dimension is a new one. So that some more, it is not simply chanting. So, and in the screen also it will be played, so that when the mind goes here and there, when I look at it again, I get connected to that theme. But still the gelling is yet to take place. The theme and the chanting. Somewhere, some more, one more diamond, one more key is necessary. Got it? She is in an upper story. She's in upper story. Sorry. You got the what we are working. Because you are going to conduct it in Hyderabad, so I thought, we will do something.
We were just thinking, that is what it was. So when we hear the wording or when we chant, so the hearing is the listening. The listening is happening, but I am also knowing. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then there is a saying. Both are known.
Let it be, Swamiji, as it is good. If we put too much, people will get scared.
They are trying to understand.
This is good, Swamiji. What we did was perfect.
Focus.
It is not perfect.
It's not perfect.
In anything also when we just say something that starts we focusly here, then that come into action.
We are talking about the 28 dimensions. How does it gel with this? There are two quotations where it will directly get connected.
One is breathing that can get connected because we can start observing.
Gap is also there. And listening.
Those things.
Gap and the
Breathing and listening.
not breathing.
Listening, Swamiji.
Listening.
Attentively listening.
There the directly it is connected.
Yes.
Like that we want. And the example stands out as an example. So something is needed along with that example. One word.
So then the point needs to keep pointing out to the fact that we're chanting the name of the one who is this. But that we have already put. No? Who's the life force of the night? Who's the originator of everything? Who's the great provider? Master with the master plan. We're chanting his name.
It's our mind.
Those things came because some pondering took place, That is why you were able to do it. Those who are hearing or repeating, they have not undergone that pondering,
Oh.
You will surely get somewhere one connection. Awakening the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Explanation is also very clear. He is with us. He has been, it is not that he is away. He is sleeping, just like when we are dreaming and coming out. When no new person is there, the old person comes out. He was not aware. He becomes aware. Intellectually, everything is clear. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 15 minutes you are chanting.
That's very easily connectable. Even the second one is like that. Originator is easy to connect because the sound is coming from
Because we have drafted it, we have applied our mind.
Oh.
You have to think about this chanter. Wow. We have here more than 1,000 times you would have repeated this to understand the meaning. To them, they may be hearing for the first time. It is not easy to connect it directly, but we are now exploring whether anything else by adding which they might be able to ponder. Not all, some. Everybody may not get.
Yeah, we can trace what it is. Because
Yeah,
everyone
so it's
understands.
easy. Yeah.
They understand.
It's easiest.
They can chant.
No, even the source from which the sound is coming is the soundless abstract. That is also easy to catch.
Think about it, something will come. Coolly, calmly think about it.
And the truth from silence. And even the mind that listens with love to the divine name that once arrested.
Because we have intellectually grabbed so many things and kept it in our.
Slip to the way.
So intellectually we are 100% equipped.
O-M.
Effectually we don't know.
Om something. Om. What happened to you? Why are you sleeping? Awakening divine, sleeping divine consciousness.
We will try for 5 minutes and let us see how the mind behaves.
Yes, watching on yes.
You got the book? No.
No. Read something. It's open in front of you.
Now suppose our session starts.
Huh.
Remember that He within us is doing all. We often say, I did this, I achieved. With deeper reflection, we realize that thought, strength, opportunity, and outcome are all enabled by Him. Chanting nurtures humility, gratitude. Like electricity working through different appliances, like breath which sustains life without our control. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
So, whether we were able to, what was the caption?
Be within us.
What was the caption? What was the caption? Bashijadu. For the Lelia. Know that he is doing everything.
No, within us is doing all.
Know that he is doing everything. നമുക്ക് ഓർമ്മ വെറുതാണല്ലോ 15 നിമിഷത്തില് ഓർമ്മ വന്നാൽ തന്നെ അത് എപ്പടി വരുന്നതെന്ന് ആലോചിക്കും. Know that he is doing everything. അച്ഛാ എന്ന് നാമം ചൊല്ലത്തെ എന്നായിരുന്നത്? How are we trying to merge it with the Nama?
Somebody, I said, you're making me chant. You're making me listen to the chant. You're making me chant. You're making me listen to the chant.
ശരി. പിന്നെ തോന്നുന്നത് മതി. Good.
What did she say?
Only by his grace we can. Without his grace we cannot do anything. That comes in our mind. Only because of his grace I am chanting. So, അല്ല ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതൊക്കെ ട്രയൽ എടുക്കണം നമ്മൾ. That is right. So it is possible.
It's possible.
എനിക്കൊരു മനസ്സിൽ ആദ്യം കേൾക്കാൻ
ചേർന്ന് വെറുതെ ആ നാമി വരാരോന്ന് അച്ഛാ അതൊക്കെ മുഖ്യം. நாமியை பற்றி நமக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைச்சா போதும். நாமம் நாமி இருக்காருங்கிறது புரியணுமே, அல்லாட்டா அது ஒரு சாண்டிங் மாதிரி போயிடும்.
What did Auntie say?
Nama is possible because Nami is otherwise Nama is not possible.
Auntie said this.
நம்ம பல வேலைகளை மூழ்கி இருக்கும்போது கூட சடனா நாம
Oh, that's a very profound thought.
We just want to know, but certain dimension may not be directly linked.
We can make them all like the same.
That's certainly.
We'll change it.
We have to change.
Now I get what you're saying, Sam. Now I get it. That's very
The purpose is 2-3 things directly connected. One gap.
Then he within us is
Hearing our chanting. He is doing everything.
Yes. He is with us. He has been with us.
I don't know. We have to try with the newcomers.
It is no Samji. Otherwise, it's
Not you and I, you know. You and I. We have been doing pondering, and you have typed out so many things. It is there in your mind. We are talking to a person. Our group may not have heard at all first time. And we are requesting them that they should, the purpose is to link ourselves with the Nami. So when in our briefing, suppose we introduce that the Namosava is intended to give a push to understand the Nami whose name we are chanting through various dimensions. Previously we were chanting, but it was not helping us to the extent to which it should have. So we thought now, or we have been prompted now, to bring in some dimension so that the dimension will help us to recognize the Nami, so that the Nama chanting becomes effective. This is the idea. So that we will say in the briefing. We will add it in the briefing. This particular word, Nami. Nama is for remembering the Nami. So Nama and Nami are not separate. So we should not think that we should bring something. So the Nami is expressed through Nami's knowledge. Nami's presence is touched and kindled through so many dimensions. Nami's presence is touched and kindled in us through 28 dimensions. This should not be lost sight of. And we are experimenting. We have to improve, keep on improving from one Utsava to another Utsava. So that ultimately we should know that it is He who is with us, who has been with us. That is the aim. Not to have Namosava. Namosava should lead us to closer to the awareness of His presence in us. ായിരത്ത് ഓർമ്മയിരിക്കാതെ ഇല്ല. One means after hearing it, again it will come. If the varieties are not there. But we can see now in Hyderabad we are going to have 11. 11, and then 3:30 when we close, when we ask whether this experiment is okay.
From 9 till 3:30, how can 11 be there, Samji?
Five and a half hours. 5.5 hours, 11. Half an hour then, half an hour ladies. Okay. So this 11, we have to add something. In the briefing we will make a mention. And we will, if necessary, we will change the dimension. If the dimension takes us away, something like this, everybody was able to immediately connect. Dimension. Because our purpose is not to bring in so many dimensions. Somehow to link.
And easily they should be able to do.
That is the first challenge. Another challenge is the example. We thought example will give us, it will not be abstract. Example will give us some idea. But whether the mind will get stuck with the example,
Saying is
that we will come to know only during our evaluation, what is it? Recap session, whether they remember any examples, whether this example is serving the purpose. Now here we said electricity is there, yeah, through different cassettes.
yeah, this one different, but electricity is
Whether when we hear that, initially of course we find electricity, electric power, and the gadgets. Are we linking with the theme? Immediately we understand, okay. But what happens to our mind? Because if it is there, that itself will answer all our problems. Because he is there in the form of electric power, and through different gadgets he is serving the whole thing. Okay. Please think over. If you get anything, you tell us tomorrow. This is something also very much needed. By the time we will also do some thinking.
here itself is so many gadgets, no Swamiji. Hearing is different,
Mm.
the smelling is different.
Yeah.
Here itself so many are working, no?
Then we have to improve the example. You have to add that.
She wants to say something.
The screen, we forget the screen.
She's talking about the screen, Swamiji. You forget the screen when we are watching the.
No, 1 minute. She said about this
No,
gadgets.
different gadgets.
So when we
and
say electricity, along with that, probably this also has to be added.
like nose is doing different function.
That means the electricity, what is that word?
Various appliances. Appliances.
This is easy because we can see our legs are separate.
Verifiable
Different.
exam.
Verifiable.
Control F, E, P, P.
And we don't have to depend outside here. Hands different function, mouth different function, ears different function, eyes different function, different gadgets.
Yeah. Like electricity working through different appliances.
You could put a comma and type.
Oh.
Or after that, another line you try.
And it's opening word file. Appliances. E, P, P. And
Life force
life
expressing through different organs.
life force.
Different organs who have different functions.
Done, Swamiji.
So that means it becomes closer to us. The other one is electricity and outside.
Here it is with us. Then we will start looking at us.
Like electricity working through different apparatus. Again, like life force expressing through different organs, performing different functions within us. Okay, life force, something in life force within us. Is something. This it may be easy. Rest of the things we have tried.
Yes,
Because the connecting, no? Because
Like breath, which sustains life without our control. Anyhow, let us see. Like a library book used, not owned. Realize that nothing is ours, everything belongs to God. We have to add something here. Let us try. And then we have to slightly adjust our prepared one. Not too much. Like something. We can reduce the words. We can reduce the words. 4:30. So let us do some thinking seriously. How to make it more? It is definitely everybody is very, very, very joyous. Even today we have received. It still lingers in our mind. So because it was fantastic. Otherwise, do you think a person can sit for hours together? Hours together without moving, without chatting, without going out. 95 na 95 ಒಕ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ಲ
Last minute.
chapters normally, but after the food we feel sleepy. Yeah, 12:30 to 1:30 is the 1:30 when we are there. There everybody is there. That session starts immediately.
And not that the food was light. Food was
Ah,
fantastic.
food was also very heavy. Nobody asked that they need some rest. Karthik said, we will not give rest. I said, should we some half an hour? No. Straight away they should come. Good. So we were doubtful whether, but that particular people were ladies especially. And it is something beautiful to remember. They will be chanting, not chanting, rounding first. And this one, the message comes. They will be hearing. And then the chanting starts. And 15 minutes stops. Some signal will give to the person who is leading. 15 minutes over. Then everyone stops. They will be rounding. They are not standing, rounding. They are hearing it again. And goes on. So that all those things he has taught us now through the second experiment. Now the third experiment, when you do that, it should become more closer. By the time we do 4 or 5 or 6, the alva mari varanam. Ayyo. Ramnam appadi varanam. Without Ramnam, I don't want to exist. Om Shri Ram.